Okay, so here we go again. I'm back, feeling refreshed. Nice, nice, nice. Hello, everybody. Hello. What we're doing is we're going to read the Abacus. The Abacus is a counting tool. This counting tool will help you visualize your numbers. Visualize your numbers. Visualize your numbers. So what we're going to do is we're going to count. This is what we call zero. When we zero it out, that means none of the beads are touching this horizontal bar. When the beads are not touching the horizontal bar, that is considered zero. So when we're looking, we have 1. That's what 1 looks like. And then we have 2, right? And then we have 3. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. If you are interested, I do have this book available. And what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to read the Abacus. This is 3, 1, 1, 1. There's 3 ones, so this is all 3. Hello, thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you so much for liking the live. What we're doing is we're visualizing our numbers. What that means is this is a math tool. This math tool just helps us look and recognizes our numbers. So we have it where we have 3 on the Abacus, and then we have 4. 4 looks like that. It is 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. This is all 4. And then we have 5. The top beat will always be 5. When we have 5, when we have 5, we have 6, and then 7, 8, and then 9. After 9, we have 10. 10 is a 1 and a 0. So just as we have place values on our Abacus, we have our 1s, our 10s, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. That is what it is. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. What we're going to do is we're going to continue on learning how to read our numbers. So this is 10. We have our 1 tens, and then we can do 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 100. So then, if you notice, this is 100, 100. This is 1,000. We can do 10,000. So we have 1, 10, 100, 1,000, and then 10,000. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. So we're going to continue on, and this is a maze. This maze is, we're going to actually walk through this maze to figure out how to read the numbers. So we have our number, and you're going to have to let me know what you think it is. So let me find, let's do this one right here. There we go. So we have our number, right? We have our, thank you so much for liking the live. We have our 1s and we have our 10s. What number do we have? So we have our 1s and we have our 10s. What number do you think this is? Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Hello. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Now, what do we have? It is 14. We have 1 over here and we have 4 over here. 1, 1, 1, 1. 4 ones gets 14 because there's a 10 here and then there's a 1 here. We're not combining it. This is not 5. What we're doing is we're understanding that we are, each number is represented by the place value. So this is 4 and then this is 1. If I want to represent 4 over here, that's what that would look like. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you so much for liking the live. So that is 14. For those of you that are interested, we have 14 on the Abacus, and we're going to take us to the next number. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So we have our next number. If I zero it out, that is what 0 is. 0 means that none of the beads is touching this horizontal bar. Because the beads are not touching the horizontal bar, this is what's considered 0. We are resetting it. And then if I decide to put in these 2, right, these 2 beads, that is actually 2. Is it 42? It is not. No, not the answer to the universe. We're not talking about the answer to the universe. This is actually just 2 because there's none of the beads on the tens column that's touching the horizontal bar. So it's actually just 2. But thank you, King, for letting us know. So when we're looking, it is just 2. Does that make sense? So we're going to try, let's try another number. So we have our 1s and we have our 10s. We have our 1s, we have our 10s. So the top beat is a value of 5. The bottom beat's a value of 1. 1, 1, 1. So 3 1s is considered 3. So we have 3 plus 5 is 8. And then we have this one. 2 plus 5 is 7. So this number together would be 78. 78. Yep. 78. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much for joining. We are learning how to read the numbers. Does that make sense, King? Thank you for commenting. Welcome everybody. Welcome.
Welcome to the real world.
So 78 looks like that. And then we have our next number. Yeah. This will be easy. So if I... Hello. Thank you. Hello, Kessa. Yes, it is 22. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Hello. Good stuff. Great stuff.
Oh, I love it. Great stuff.
Thank you so much. Yes, it is. Thank you so much for the cap. Thank you so much, Daddy-O. Thank you so much for the cap. I do appreciate it. Okay, so this one is a little bit of a mistake because we all make mistakes. Thank you. And so, what number, if this is zeroed, right? What number do you think this is? That's what the number is. I made a mistake and I didn't want to, I don't know. So what number do we think that is? That is actually 10. So when we're looking, we have a 0 and a 1. Thank you, Casa. Yes, it is a 10. It is a 1 and a 0. So when we're looking, this is what 9 is. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, there we go. And then we want to do 10, our next number. So we have our 10s and we have our 1s. What number? Thank you, Pilot, for the roses. Thank you so much for the rose. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for tapping it out. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you so much for those people who are tapping it out and letting me know. What is it? Tapping is clapping. I like that slogan. Tapping is clapping. Thank you, Kiss, for the follow. Okay, so what number do we have? It is actually 33. We have three 10s and 3 1s. That's what 33 looks like. We have 30 and we have 3. So 33 looks like that, just in case you don't know how to read it or write it. Or it could just be that I don't know how to say it. Sometimes I say it wrong. I'm not going to lie. We have our next number. We have our 10s and our 1s. We have our 10s and we have our 1s. What number do we think that is? We have the top beat is a value of 5, and then we have the bottom beats a value of 1. So these are 1, 1, 1, 1. There's 4 1s here, and then there's 1 over here. So if we had 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. So when we're looking, if I did take it away, if I take away the 5, we actually have 41. But because we have the 5 added to the columns, to these two columns, because it's a 2-digit number, this is actually 96. Does that make sense? Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. So that is what 96 looks like. So we have our next number. This is not 42. Why? Because we have the top beat is up here. So when the top beat is touching the horizontal bar, this is considered counted. We have the 3 bottom beats. So we have 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. And then we have 2, 1, 2. So what we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus. After we read the abacus, we'll understand how to add, subtract, and you can actually multiply and divide on the abacus. Thank you, everybody, for bringing me up to 1K likes. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. How are we doing? Does that make sense? What number we have? It is 82. 82? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, it's up to you guys. What number do you think this is? Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for liking the live. What number do we think this is? We have that number and that number. We have our 1s and we have our 10s. What number do we think that is? Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Is there an echo? If there's an echo. Oh, you know what the echo is? It's probably my speakers. Yeah. Can you use any column freely? You could if you wanted to, but the problem is I actually have labels. Can you see the dot right here? This label tells me that this is the 1s place. So I'd actually use this to help me with the 1s place. So that's what I would do. And there's another one over here. So we can actually use any one of them to be our 1s place. If I choose this one to be my 1s place, I have this one to be my thousands. Because this is my thousands, it's like a comma. when we're looking, and I choose this one to be my ones place, I have my number 3,456. So we have so if you notice, the comma is right here, just like the 3,000. It looks easier to read if we have the comma as opposed to 3,456 without the comma, right? So if I wanted to take it one step further, I could do 73,456.25. So then that means what? The decimal sits between our ones and our tenths, and then we have our 25. So we have our tenths, like that, and our hundreds. So these would be their decimals, and this would be the ones. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. I would use a label. That's just the way I've always been. So let me help you out here. This number is actually 55. Thank you, Marlon, for the rose.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
So this, if we take it slow, it is 55,000. So it's 5 10,000s, 5,000s, 550 tens, right? 5 ones, 0.55. Yeah. I like it too. I like the labels because sometimes if you work with a question, you might get a little confused. So that's why you have the labels to help you out. And then you could do a row of sixes. This is what a row of sixes would look like. We could do a row of eights, right? Or we could do a row of nines, which would be something like this. That's what it would be. And this would be the highest number this specific abacus would be.
99 problems, but if ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but if ain't one. Hit me.
So when we're looking at it, we have 99,000, right? Because this is the thousand, that's where the comma is. 999.99. Hello, TikTok T. How are you doing? It's been a while. Good afternoon. Good morning. I don't have it. I have this one.
Welcome to the real world.
I don't have a good evening. I think I should get a good evening soundbite. What do you think? Were you here for this one where I have the give it away? I have so many sound bites now. Oh, I have this one. Have you come? Do you have any bubble gum, TikTok T?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Thank you, Lolas, for the share. Thank you so much for sharing my live. So, for those of you that are continuing to not sure what we're doing is we're visualizing our numbers. And here's another way to visualize your numbers. Do you know, TikTok T, where that one came from? I don't know if you knew that one. I don't know if you're old enough to know that one. So we have our next number. We had next number. This is how another way to read the numbers. If we have tally marks, this is be 1. There's 1 here. This is 2 tally marks. That would be 2. And then this is 3 tally marks. That would be 3. We have 4 tally marks. That would be 4. 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Then, oh, you don't know? It's the movie from, it's like an early 80s movie or late 80s movie. There is this wrestler from WWE who used to be WWF. His name is Rowdy Piper, and he made a movie called They Live. And it was about aliens camouflage themselves as humans, and the only way to see it was with these special glasses. And he went into the bank and he went to go shoot some aliens. That's what he's doing. So it's a really old B-rated movie. It's really campy, but it's one of those classics. It's difficult to find. It's like one of those classics, like the Rocky Horror Picture Show kind of a thing. But Rocky Horror Picture Show came around like in the 1970s. This one is the 1980s. Yeah. So, but that's one of the famous lines. Oh, I think Duke Nukem talks about this one too. Like I think Duke Nukem also quoted Rowdy Piper in They Live, which is really kind of cool. All right. So just like this is 5. 5 with the slash just means the top be like that. And then we have 6. We have 6. 5 is a slash, right? And then plus the 1. So 5 plus 1 is now 6. We have 7. 5 plus 2, right? 5 is a slash plus 2 is 7. And then we have 8. 8 is 5 slash, right? The slash, and then 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. And then we have 9. There we go. 9 is 5 and 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. So 5 is the slash, right? And then we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is 9. So let's say we want to use, so we use this one to be our ones place. You can actually use this one to be our ones place. If we choose this one to be our ones place, then we can actually make a really small number. And so here we go. We can do 0.0001. So that's a really small number. Hello, Mason. Hello, Mason. How you going? How you doing? How you doing? Are you going to help me?
Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Thank you so much, Mason, for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So we're going to continue to pretend that we're going to continue to make this as our ones place. And I can show you another way to read the abacus. Reading the abacus in the Roman numeral style would be 1, and then this is 2, 1, 2, and then this is 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is 4. 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5. 5 is a V. And then we have 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. And then we have 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we have 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we have 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. And then we have 10. 10 is a 1 and a 0. So every number, if you notice, is represented on the columns. It doesn't matter. We only go up to 10 numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if we got to do 10, 10 is actually a 2-digit number. And you start over. It's a 1 and a 0. So then you count it again. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 is a 2 and a 0. TikTok T, did you hear about the Pinky in the Brain? Did you hear that one before? I don't remember. I've come up with new sound bites. It's growing. It's getting to the point now I have to scroll, so I have to actually get rid of some because it's getting too much. I don't use the flick anymore. Pinky in the Brain. Yeah, this one? Oh no, not that one. This one.
Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Thank you so much for liking the live, everybody. Oh, we're at 2,000. That is so awesome. Thank you, everybody, so much for liking this live. Thank you. So, how are we doing? Spread? What does that mean? No, I don't like that. Compact. Extended. I don't know what that means. Oh, yes. You have heard it. Okay. Interactive hints. I don't need that. Key. Joins and likes. Oh. All right. Okay, what's our next number? So we did this one. We were at 82. We were here, 72. I think we were here, right? Yeah, I think we were here. Hello. Okay, you've heard that one. I've got to figure that one out. There's a few more. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, everybody. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So we have our next one, which is our tens and our ones. What number do we think that is? Remember, the top beat is a value of 5. The bottom beat's a value of 1. So we have 1, 1. So there's 2 ones here, and then there's 1 over here. So together, we get 76. Okay? And so that's what 76. Thank you, TikTok T. Yes, thank you so much. It is 76, and we have our next number. So for those of you that are just joining, what we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus. This is a math tool to help us visualize our numbers. Every number is represented in each column. So when we're looking, we have our next number. We have our 5 up here. The top bead is a value of 5. Anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, that's what's considered counted. This is not counted, and none of these are counted because none of the beads are touching the horizontal bar. So we have 5 over here, and plus the 3 is equal to 8. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. That is what we're talking about. That's what 8 looks like. So that's what 8 is, and then we have our next number. So for those of you that are interested, and you don't be shy, what number do you think that is? What number do you think that is? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much for joining. How are we doing? Yeah? So we have our number. We have the top beat is a value of 5. The bottom beat is a value of 1. When we bring it together, right, we're not adding it all together. What we're doing is every number is individual. Yes, thank you, TikTok T. It is 60 and it is 9. We have the top beat is a value of 5, and then plus the 4 is 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. And then we have 6, right? 5 plus 1 is 6. Thank you, Yusin. Thank you so much. So 69, and then our last number. What number is our final number? This is our answer to the universe. What number do you think this is? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much for getting me up to 3,000 likes. That is really awesome. That's really awesome. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate that. What number do we think that is? Yes, thank you, Batty. Yes, thank you, Dizzle. Yes, it is 42. For those of you that don't know the answer to the universe. Thank you, Yusin. The answer to the universe is 42, as in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. For those of you that are interested into British comedy. So that's what this is. This is my book. This is my book. It is an Abacus maze book. It is talking about the 2-digit mazes, and we talk about the 10s and the 1s. What we just did is we do a little review in the book. We do a little review talking about the 1s place, and then we talk about the single digits. We do a review on what the double digits are. So this is 36. So 36 would look like this: 30 and then 6. That's what that would look like. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So when we're looking, I'm trying to give you a review of what 36 would look like as a number, and then what it looks like as part of the abacus. Excuse me, sorry. And then this one here is 84. Again, we talk about the 80, right? And then we talk about 4. So 84 is in our 10s and our 1s. 88 is our 10s and 4 is our 1s. What? Excuse me. So it's the same thing over here with the 3. The 3, there is no 10s, so that would just be a 0, and then there would be a 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's still utilizing the numbers. And then we go into the mask maze. I'm sorry, then we go into the maze, and that's what we just did. So what the idea is take a look at the number on the abacus, and you are to figure out what this number is, and then you find the path. But notice that it's easy to figure out what the path is, so that's why I give you this mask maze. This mask maze is actually right here, but it is also a downloadable, because I noticed that the paper is a little thin, so you can have the opportunity to download it onto a thicker piece of paper, and you can cover up the answers, so you can try to figure out really what this number is. So this number here is, if we look, 60 and then 5. So, 90 and then 5. So we have, hello, Dimples, hello. And so that's what it is 95. So when we're looking, that's what every number is. And we would find the path to take us to the next number. And the idea is to color in the abacus, because I think coloring is really relaxing. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Dimples, did Audrey already finish her live? I'm better. I still have the allergies, but I am better. Oh, she did. Okay. So this is what I call a reverse maze. A reverse maze is I give you the path and I give you the number, but it is up to you to figure out what the colors are to color in the path, or to color in the abacus. So this is 17, so I would want you to color in 17 on the abacus. That's what that is. And then this is 29. If you notice, 29 looks like this: 20 and then 9. So we have 29 over here. Entertaining and educational stream this way. Tizzle. Thank you. I do appreciate it. So that's the book, and if you're ever interested, I do have answers in the back of the book. There we go. So that is all about the 2-digit mazes, and then we do have a 3-digit maze if you're interested. we talk about the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. That is a 3-digit. And so when we're looking, it's still the same format where we take we understand how the first digit looks like, and then there's a review on the tens and the hundreds. So there's a review on the hundreds. So when we're looking at 824, 800, we have our ones, tens, hundreds, then we do 824. That's what that would look like. Oh, that is available in my shop as well, but I have one left until I get a new shipment in. I think it's this one. Yeah, I have one left until the new shipment. So we have 824. Then we get our maze. The maze, thank you so much for, thank you so much, lovely. Thank you so much, Dimples, for joining and checking in. For those of you that are interested and you want to be a part of my community, there's a little orange heart me that if you just grab that and then you get some engagement points. So apparently if you continue to engage, TikTok will like it because they will know that you are not a bot. Yes, and you can get all these engagement points, but it's all about you. Thank you, Dimples. Same to you. If you can keep tapping those, good. Thank you. Have a good night, TikTok T. I will see you in my next live. Thank you so much, TikTok T. So, thank you for the rose, Dimples. Thank you so much for the rose. I do appreciate that. So this is the maze, and again, we're talking about 3-digit maze. Again, you'll look at the number, and you're trying to figure out what it is. So if I have my next number, we have hundreds, tens, and ones. What number do you think this is? We have it's exactly the same, except now we have more numbers. So we have our number, we have our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. Yes, thank you, Dizzle. Yes. So it's 893. Easy, simple to use, easy to understand. So it's the same thing over here. We have our next number. What number do you think this is? So we have our hundreds, tens, and ones. Again, you can use the mask maze to help you make sure you don't cheat. So, what number do we think that is? Is it 171? We have to remember that the top beat is a value of 5. So if the top beat is a value of 5, it's actually 571. 171 would look like that. 571 would look like that. So that's what that is. 571. And so that's the maze. And so if you're interested, I have this one available in my shop as well. And then it also has, nope, you're not. Nope, don't say that. We're not here to say that. We're here to say it's unfamiliar. It is unfamiliar because don't forget, you just started. You just started learning how to read this. This is not meant for you to, you know everything. You know what I mean? So we're talking about unfamiliar. Unfamiliar. So this is again my mask maze. I'm sorry, my reverse maze. You get the number and then you're supposed to color in the abacus. So I give you the path 192 and then you're supposed to color in 192. So that's what this is. And this is what I call a mask. This is what I call a reverse maze. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you so much. And then I do have the answers in the back of the book. For those of you that are interested in a 3-digit puzzle, I do have the next one, which is, guess what? A 4-digit puzzle. If you wanted to have a little bit more of a challenge, I guess you would say. A 4-digit puzzle, which means what? Thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. And so when we're looking at the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. This is what we call a 4-digit number. We have the ones, the tens, the hundreds, and the thousands. And again, this is what I call the abacus maze, and it is 4-digit. And what we're going to do is we're going to do another flip through. So here is how to read the abacus. And, this is available in my shop. That one. There we go. So when we're just looking how to read the abacus, and then we're going to understand how to do, and then we'll have to learn how to move it. So again, this is all about do a review, and then this is the review on how to read the abacus. We have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. There's a dot indicator. That indicator tells me where the ones place is. So I have it over here. This is my ones place. Thank you, Chief Fans, and thank you, Geo, for the follow. So when we're looking, this is my ones place. My ones indicator. So then I would have 19, I'm sorry, 1,967. That's what that would look like. Thank you, Tizzle, for the follow. So we have 7 over here. This is what 6 is. This is 9, and then this is 1. Notice when the beads are touching this horizontal bar, they are being counted. The top bead is not counted, so this is not, that's not part of the number. If it was, this would not be 1. This would be now 6, because 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. This is 9. If I remove the 5, this would actually be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I add the 5, we have 9. Same thing. I have 6 here. If I take away the 1, if I take away the 5, it is now 1. But if I add the 5, it is now 6. And it's the same thing over here. If I take away the 5 over here, this would be 2. If I add the 5, it would be 7. You're right. You're right, truly. You're right. It is 1967. That's right. You're absolutely right. But you're missing the 19. That's what you're missing. You're missing the 19. 1960 and then 7. Yep, 19. So the 1000s, so we have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. There we go. Thank you, truly. So this is what the maze would look like. I've already done this specific maze. And if I look at it, what number do we have here? We have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. So this is what I call a 4-digit maze. What number do we think this is? What number do you think that is? Remember, the top bead is a value of 5, and the bottom beads, right, anything below this line is considered a value of 1. What number? Thank you, Dizzle. Yes, it is 1092. See? You're smart. You're smart. It's easy, right? Simple to use, easy to understand. So the answer here is 192. And again, I give you the mask maze, but again, the paper is a little thin, so I give you the option to download it, and then you use this. This is a file folder that I used. I just print it on, and then this is what I use to cover up my path. Because if you don't cover up the path, then it's kind of easy to see where you're going. So again, the idea is to try to find what these numbers are, figure out what these numbers are, and then this is what it looks like without the colors. Right? And so the idea is that if you start here, you have to figure out what this number is. And then you move wherever this is. And then there is the reverse maze. The reverse maze is the same thing. I give you the number and you're supposed to color it in. So it actually looks like this. This is what it looks like when it's not done. I still give you the path, but the idea is for you to color in the numbers. That's what that is. So we have our path and then the number. And that's it. And then the answers are in the back of the book. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. How are we doing? Anybody have any questions? Oh, my God, we're at 5,000 likes. That's really awesome. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining and liking my live. I do appreciate it. All right, so this is actually a fantastic way to learn the skill. Oh, this is great. Thank you, Emily, so much for your compliment. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. What we're trying to do is we're trying to visualize our numbers. And after we figure out how to visualize our numbers, we will go into understanding how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little review for those of you that are just joining. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Emily. Thank you. Please. This is, yes, right? Thank you, Emily, for that compliment.
Oh, I love it. Great stuff.
So, for those of you that just joined, please, I've seen this used like a calculator before. Yes, you're right. You know those kids that do this? They're actually doing an abacus, but they're doing it in their brain. There's this one kid that was able to add like 100 lines under 30 seconds. It was crazy. It was crazy. He met the world Guinness record of adding 100 numbers in under 30 seconds. And I'm like, that's crazy. But what he did is he was doing the abacus way. And that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what the methods are. It's very easy. It's just but the thing is it's just a different way of it's just a different way of thinking. It's a very different way of thinking. And it's not the same as the mainstream math. Because mainstream math is you count up. Whereas in abacus world, we actually use concepts. So there's this concept of 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. And we're actually going to do that. So Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different. Oh, hello.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So for those of you that are interested, go ahead and check in for your Orange Heart Me. This will help you to get engagement points, and it will help you rank up yourself to wherever you need to go. I don't know specifics, but I know it helps you and more you than me. So for those of you that are interested, go ahead and check in Orange Heart Me wherever my forehead is. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much for tapping. You know, tapping lets me know that, tapping is clapping. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. So we're going to continue on understanding how to move the beads. That's what we're going to do. Thank you, Andrew, for the follow. Thank you so much for the follow. So those are the 3 books I do have available for if you like mazes. I'm going to do more mazes, but those are the 3 books that I have. What are we going to do now? We are going to figure out how to do more adding and subtracting. We're going to learn how to move the beads. Now, before you go into learning how to move the beads, you got to make sure when we work with the abacus, you got to be gentle with the abacus. This is a standard size abacus. This abacus is the size for everything. But be careful. You have to move the beads with intention, right? Maybe I should get rid of that. So, what I was trying to say. Here is another book that I have. This book is meant for children that are 3, 4, and 5. The reason why is because in Abacus World, we didn't focus on children younger than that. I don't know why. But what I did is I'm trying to modernize the abacus, meaning that I have all these activities specific for learning math, as well as understanding how it works on the abacus. So I wanted to start the kids young. People might be wondering, well, why start them young? It's like, well, if they already started to count their fingers and their toes, then you can actually start. I need a book like that. It might be too hard. No, this is actually too easy for you. If this is for you, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend the mazes. The mazes are more fun, but it is up to you. It is completely up to you. And we'll go through a flip through and you'll get to see it. So here is the numbers. And what I'm just trying to do is I'm trying to recognize the numbers with the abacus. That's all we're doing. If we're doing a bead recognition, we have the pixel art. Oh, I do have an adult book. We can go into that in a little bit. But let me do the flip through of the preschool book. That is this one. And I do have an Abacus for Adults. I do have an Abacus for Adults workbook. For this one, is meant for children because I wanted them to practice their motor skills, their fine motor skills, and there's like some cutting and pasting. Then they start going into counting, like I want to know what's the number before or after 0. So we count what number comes after, and then then we start counting backwards, what number comes before, and then the idea here is what comes in between, and then we have what is surrounding, and then we start talking about what's greater than, less than, and then after that we start going into adding and subtracting. There we go. So we do have this. Thank you, Naiko, for the gift. Thank you. You're awesome. You're awesome too. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. You're.
Oh, I love it. Great stuff.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay. So for those of you that are interested, we're going to continue on, but let me do a walkthrough of the Abacus for Adults. But we're going to take it a little bit slower. The reason why is because this might be of interest to you guys. So here we're going to go through this, but let me do a flip through of this, and then we will continue on with adding and subtracting. So here we go. This is also pinned down below. This is basic math abacus for adults. What we're doing is we're only doing adding, subtracting, and it builds confidence and promotes critical thinking. That's what I'm trying to do, right? Hello, Mr. Nobody. Thank you so much for joining. So we have what I call big brain notes. The big brain notes is just explaining how to read the abacus, and then we start talking about 2-digit numbers. We're counting from 1 to 100. That's what this is. I don't know. Did I make these books myself? Yes. That's me. Hi. These are all my books. I have many more books. Everything in the TikTok shop are all my books. Yep. and then I also take requests. So apparently everybody likes mazes, so I was going to do a whole line of mazes. So that's what it is. And then there was this request that they wanted like Abacus for adults, so I made an Abacus for adults, and it's been one of my number one seller right now, because what I do is I combine and I summarize all of the concepts of adding and subtracting in one book. There we go. We're going to do the flip through. But yes, so the idea here was we talk about the 2-digit number again, and then again I show you the mask maze. This mask maze will help you cover the maze from here. And then, thank you, Edwin, for the follow. I give you this thing called, I wanted to ask, I always see you on live talking about the accident. What makes you only stream this topic and no other math topics? Because this is the only topic I know. What do they say? Always keep repeating the same thing till you can't repeat anymore. I mean, it's just like marketing, right? Like, I don't know if you follow Alex Hormozy. He says same thing over and over again. I don't know if anybody follows Dave Ramsey. He says the same thing over and over again. So it's the same thing I do. I don't know anything else. I mean, I kind of know algebra, but that's not my forte. My forte is trying to modernize Abacus. And I know nobody else in the Abacus world is trying to make it more westernized. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Alan. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Hello, Abraham. Abraham. Hello. Just, I don't know the geometry I kind of know, like, if I had it, but I don't teach it. That's not my forte. I've been teaching Abacus for 20 years, and so that's what I do. I add, subtract, multiply, and divide. I can count. I can count to 9 really, really well. But that is what I do. The reason why is because I want to focus on one thing, and I wanted to make sure that everybody knew about it. And it's hard to already, if I started talking about other math topics, it would be difficult to focus on Abacus. That's why. So thank you, Alan, for the question, and thank you for the follow. Thank you, May, for the rose. So I do believe that Abacus is the greatest thing next to sliced bread, and I do believe that it should be more in, I might stop talking about Abacus if it actually became part of mainstream. Maybe I would stop then, you know what I mean? But it's a very big hill with a very big boulder going up the hill. There we go. You give me motivation to become a mathematician. Other teachers on TikTok don't do that. Oh, interesting. I saw the live where you were doing the beads math or something, and I was there. Oh yeah, Abraham. Yeah, so what I was doing is I was comparing the cubes. Are you talking about the cubes? So we're going to get into that. We're talking about the cubes. So yes. Oh, continue. Okay, so there is this place card, right? So this place card is to tell you how to read the Abacus, and it's supposed to be very similar to what I have here. It is up to you if you want to color it. Oh, the place card cubes bring me. Oh yeah, these cubes is actually not a place value. This is just a 1-to-1, which is very interesting. But I do use this to help me explain some concepts that we have. Yeah, these are just called counting cubes. There's not even place value, because there's no place value. There's the tens, but that's not a place value either. It's just a idea of what it would look like for the tens. So we have our number, we have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, our 10,000s. Notice there's a comma here, right? The comma sits right after, and this is the thousands, and then our decimal sits here. Now, if you will choose this to be your ones, I'm sorry, you can't even see that. If you choose this one to be your ones place, right? There's a dot right here, or you could choose this one to be your ones. If you choose this one to be your ones, then you can move everything over. Then this place card will should line up roughly. So when they're looking, there's the ones, there's my decimal, the tenths, the hundreds, the thousands, the 10,000s, and the 100,000s, and that's what it is. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So we're going to do a little walkthrough of the Introduction to Abacus for Adults, but I will start going into the concepts. But for right now, let's just do a review just to show you what is inside this book. So we have this a 2-digit maze, and then I explain to you what a three digit is, and I give you a 3-digit maze. Again, you look at the number and then you try to find the path. You have the option to download the mask maze. That's what this is right here. You could download the mask maze onto a thicker piece of paper, and then we have the reverse maze. The reverse maze is a 4-digit number, and then we start talking about simply adding and subtracting. That's when we have to move the beads. And your video, oh, see, thank you, Abraham. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. I try to continue on posting, but it's one of those things, like, it's a lot to market. But yes, I do appreciate the compliments. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that.
Oh, I love it. Great stuff.
So we talk about simply moving the beads, and that's what we're going to do. And then here I give you some examples, and then we have simply subtracting the beads, meaning that if you have enough beads, you can subtract. I give you an example, and then I give you this pixel art. This pixel art, I know the questions are super easy, but the idea for the questions is to show how it would look like to move the beads. So if I have 5 on the abacus, right? I don't know if you can see that. If I have 5 on the abacus, like that, and then I want to add the 5. If I want to add the 4, is there enough? Yes, add the 4. So my final answer is 9. What we're doing here is we're moving the beads so it's easier so your eyes and your brain sees how the beads move. Because that's the idea. The idea is once you know how to move the beads, you'll be able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Hello, Danny. I got back. I had to go to work. Yeah, go do your homework. Go do your homework. Don't be sorry. You should go do your homework. You have priorities. Thank you so much, Dizzle, for the share. You have priorities, Danny. You go do your homework. I will see you in my next live or whenever you have time. Hello, Omar. Welcome. So we're going to continue on. We have this. This is the concepts that we're going to go through in a little bit. But here is the overview. This is what we call a +5, and a +5 is this concept. I came back from doing my homework. Oh, I see. And are you all done? I want to make sure you're all done before you stick around. So we have the +5, and then adding of the 5, and then subtracting of the 5. These are core concepts that we're trying to understand. Oh, good, Danny. Okay, good. I feel better. Okay, I don't feel so bad that you're just doom scrolling. You know what I mean? I had some homework last time. I forgot to follow, and the whole time. You know, if you just looked up Abacus, I think I'm the only one that really has this amount of Abacus content. All right, we have the summary, right? We have the summary of making of the 5, and then I show you how to make a 10. Making a 10 means that you're going to carry over, you're going to carry on, and then I give you examples, and I give you an activity to do color by number, and then I start talking about the how to do repeated addition. Repeated addition on the abacus just means that we're just adding it, right? And so I wanted to get the idea to understand how to write the formulas, and then you would write the answers. And that's the idea for that one. I give you the word ladder, and then we still go into how to add the 10. And then if you know how to add the 10, you know how to subtract, which means borrowing, right? We borrow the 10. But in abacus world, we don't talk about borrowing. We just talk about it as making a 10 and subtracting a 10. This one here, again, is the color by number, and I give you activities. This is a summary. Now I give you the workflow. This workflow is very critical for understanding how to navigate the questions. Oh, you have school tomorrow? Yes, because tomorrow is Wednesday. It's only Tuesday. I hope you have. Oh, is this your first day of school? No, it can't be your first day because you said you had some homework. Yeah, good. No, yeah. So this is the workflow. So the idea of the workflow is to show you how to read the numbers, and this is where critical thinking is involved, because what we're doing is we're looking at our numbers, and then we're trying to see what we have. Is there enough beads to add? Yes or no. If not, then is there enough to add? Yes or oh, you were sick. Do you have COVID? That's the worst. Or allergies. I got allergies. It was crazy. Please get me. I got a late start. Hello, we're just here reviewing the book for Introduction to Abacus for Adults. So if you have the 5 or you don't have a 5, and then if you don't have enough to add the 5, then you do the plus the 10. And it's the same thing with the subtraction. If you know how to add, you will know how to subtract. Same too. Oh good. Oh good. Okay, so this is where I call a two-step equation. A two-step equation means that we're going to actually combine the plus the 5 and the minus the 5 together, like we Tetris our way through. Because what I do is the plus the 5 and minus the 5 are building blocks. These building blocks, all you got to do is just figure out how they all work together, and this will be able to scale. So you will be able to add and subtract at scale. It doesn't matter where the numbers are, but you need to understand the concepts. So the concept of adding a two-step equation is very similar to the algebra multi-step or two steps, right? So the idea here is that it's the beginning part of understanding two-step equations, and then it turns into a multi-step equation. Thank you, Christy, for the follow. And I do believe that Abacus is the gateway to complex math. So what we do in Abacus is we give you a foundation, and it's very simple, and it gets to a point where it becomes automatic. If it becomes automatic, then you have more room in your brain to do the more complex math, and the more complex math is more modern, right? And so what we want to do is we want to not be stuck with all these separate strategies on how to add and subtract when elementary school and mainstream school does. They give you all these different strategies to do adding and subtracting. But with Abacus, we actually boil it down into manageable chunks. Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Deluxo10, for the follow. So we're going to continue on. I give you some more activities because I think activities are the greatest thing. And the idea here is to answer the questions and then find your answers. So this is the puzzle, and here you have to find the puzzle pieces. Then you write the formulas over here. And then I give you a bunch of activities. Oh, if you know how to add the two-step equation, you'll know how to minus the two-step equation. Then we give you more puzzles. And then I give you a mosaic. You are to figure out what the answers are, and then you can color in whatever you like. I didn't put in a little key because I didn't think that you needed a key. So I just gave you something to color, and then you have the hidden words. After that, there's the maze again, and then the word ladder. And I think that's it. Oh, color by number and more hidden words. Yeah, that's what I got. So it's a whole book of all these activities. And so that's what we're doing, is we're going to go into understanding these things. It looks really hard. It doesn't. No, you know what? It's only unfamiliar because you don't know the formulas. Once you know the formulas, it will be very easy. It will be very, very easy. But I'd walk you through it step by step. If you think it is hard, okay, here's the thing. If you think it is hard, I do have one that takes you a little bit slower. So we have this one. If you want to, you can do the individual ones. So we only talk about the plus 5, and we do the same thing. And that's what we're going to do right now. So we're going to know how to add the 4, add the 3, add the 2, add the 1. Notice that I put it into separate sections, whereas in the Abacus for Adults, I put it all in one section. So it all depends on how you're looking at it. Nope. Yeah, here we go. So here's an example of what it would in comparison. So I talk about it in one sheet, whereas in the kids' book, I talk about it in separate sheets. So it is up to you. Okay, I started learning the Abacus 3 days ago, and it's been easy, yeah. 4 months ago, advanced math confused me. Yeah, the multiplication and division. 18 hours later, I proved okay. I know I just thought it was harder because it was a lot of numbers and I got confused. No, because once you understand you're looking at the numbers, you'll get it. You'll get it. If you want to go slower, you have that option. But if you want to try it with the Abacus for Adults, you have that option too. You have options. I try to provide as many different ways. I do know a few people that actually bought my whole collection. So it is up to you. I'm not here to force anything. It is up to you. You don't even need to buy it. here's some of my books that I've done. We have Hello Fabi. Humans are amazing if you believe. I do believe. And I do believe that birthing a child is a miracle because we have so many ways to get it wrong, and all of a sudden we have billions and billions of people that are relatively healthy. So we're going to continue on. We were doing a flip through of the preschool book. There is the plus the 5. So what I did is, this is for usually the kids, because I was thinking I was going to be teaching kids. I didn't think adults would be actually interested, but adults are interested, so that's why I created this book right here. So here is the plus 5. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. So here's the plus 5. This is the minus 5. There's the plus 10, which is like carrying over. And then this is the minus 10, which is borrowing. And then after that, I'm still working on my other books. But right now, I'm on book 15. Yeah. So I have 14 books that I've published. And I'm going to keep on publishing until I abacify the world. I am here. Yeah. I'm not. I just, this finger hurts. Because I paper cut it. So that's why I'm using my other finger. Yes. So it's because the education system is tragic. We need all the books we can get. I hope these books are entertaining as well. I know, Danny. So I might buy the Colorful Abacus. Ow. Yeah. Good. The Colorful Abacus is there. A lot of people like the Colorful Abacus because it's nice to see. I do also offer a 13-column abacus because size matters. If your numbers become bigger, if you have bigger numbers, then you can use a 13-column abacus, or you can use a 7-column abacus. If you want to know how big they are, if you know what a cassette tape is, it's almost the size of a cassette tape. Hello, JC. Hello. It's been a while. So this is what it would look like. This is my cassette tape. I don't know if you know what a cassette tape is. But for those of you, it's almost the size of a cassette tape. Or I might get it. So, foundational better learning than textbooks from school. Nicely done. Oh, thank you, Adrian. Thank you. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you so much for the rose. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I love it. Great stuff.
Yes. JC. Oh, Jello. Jello! Hello! A cassette tape, the most ancient of technology. Yes, thank you, Cassandra. I was like, I don't remember it, JC. Am I like, yeah, thank you. Doing something that matters. I hope so. The trolls have not been out tonight, so I'm really happy. It got me for a little bit. It makes me every time. It gets me every time. That good stuff. Yeah, right?
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Okay, we're going to continue on, and we're going to understand how to read the abacus. Okay, so we are over here. How are you doing, Jello? Did you start school already? I remember popping tapes into my abacus and listening back in the day. Did you start school yet, Jello? Are you in school? You're in school. Yeah? Started school, yeah? Okay. Thank you, Cassandra, for the roses. Thank you so much.
Oh, I love it. Great stuff.
Don't let the trolls get to you. Spreading knowledge and coherence. Thank you. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you. I've been trying to figure that out, and I've been trying to it's come to a point that trolls don't upset me, but I like it when they come by so I can try to cook them. So I'm trying to get them to rage, but sometimes I succeed, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do convert some trolls, sometimes I don't, which is fine. I do have math majors or math researchers that come in, and I've converted them. So it's really quite interesting. I do like it. Hello, Scarface. It's been a while. Rage bait them. I'm trying to, right? Engagement is fun either way. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, I think it's fun. And you know what? The funny thing is it kind of keeps me on my toes. You're too nice. Wait till you hear some of my comebacks. I'm doing well. I got into my Abacus school Wow! I got into my Abacus school's program to promote STEAM. Oh, that's fantastic, Jello. Oh, JC. That's fantastic, JC. Fantastic. Yeah, there's this one guy. Okay, there's this one guy. I miss math. Do you remember Jello's fight? Yeah, it was funny. I don't know if Jello was there for this one, but there's this one guy who was like kind of trolling me. He was like, you could use a calculator. And I looked at his profile picture and he was fishing. And I'm like, you could go to the supermarket with that, right? And it's just like, if you're going to really troll me or you're going to try to rage bait me, then maybe you should like not use something that kind of, anyways. Okay. Thank you. Right? That's what I'm saying. Oh, thank you, Abraham. Thank you, Abraham. Do you know advanced math? I do not. The most advanced math I probably do is probably like a little bit of algebra, like percentages, like if I really thought about it and come down, I know like the quadratic formula and stuff. I don't know calculus. I don't think I ever understood calculus, but I don't think I ever really understood calculus. I mean, I used to do sine and cosine and tangents and all that. I did do that for a little bit, but I don't remember it. So, can you do fractions on an abacus? No, not really. I mean, fractions really is what? Fractions is another way of dividing. So the only thing is to do fractions on the abacus, you would have to change it to a decimal, and that would kind of defeats the purpose. Do you do times? Yes, you can do multiplication on the abacus. Yes, we can do multiplication. We do distributive property on the abacus. Yeah. And then we also do division on the abacus too. I'm trying to find a better way to explain division because I realize that it gets a little confusing, but I think I'm going to have to rework the division to make it seem more mainstream like, but still in abacus way. So, yeah, division is hard to explain. No, I was thinking about it and I think I figured it out. Well, so, Jello, how do you know where to put the quotient? That's my question to you. Do you remember? Did I ask you? How much can you go for multiplication? As high as you want, as big as your abacus. Thank you, Cassandra, for the roses. Thank you so much for the roses. On the left or right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter how big it is. I don't. There's a way my teacher taught me, but I honestly forgot. Here, let me show you. Okay, here you. I'll ask her. No. Okay, you ask her. You know what, Jello? You ask her, and I'll show you what I do. All right, we're going to do something a little bit advanced. And it might work out this way. I don't know if anybody else does it my way. I need a paper. We'll do something simple. Something simple. Simple. Let me see. I have to find my numbers. Okay, so, JC. So when we're doing, right, what you do is you pay attention to the things. You know that this is your dividend, right? So traditional computation in simulations handle it by evolving a particle in the left field. Whoa, Adrian, I don't know what you just said. My fingers are in pain because I'm giving you a lot. Excess calculations, I found a way to evolve the field instead. I don't know what you were just saying. That was a whole lot of I don't know. Okay, wait. JC, are you here? So this is your dividend, right? So this is dividend. You just count the amount of digits, and then you take away the 1. The 1 is over here. Good training for the abacus work. Adrian's too smart for me. I know. Adrian, that's really big words that I don't understand. So, MHM, I don't know what that means. So 1 digit here, 2 digit here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 1. How do I know? Well, then, because this is 1, I'm going to start here. You put your dividend over here. You put 80 and you put 4. Okay? So then what are we going to do? A reduction in advanced simulation is going to change the world. Reduction in advanced simulations. Is it because of AI? Advanced simulations. Because AI can do a lot of simulations. It does a lot of that. So, Jello, are you still here? So when we're looking at it, right, then you do in Abacus world, let me redo that. So in Abacus world, we don't look at the number as a whole. And we don't say how many times does 3 divide into 8. We actually do it the other way. We do 3 times what is equal to 8 or less. New physics, I designed it. Oh, interesting. Oh, Bridges math and physics. Oh, that's so interesting. I do that too. Okay, so then that's how you do it. And it worked. Oh, that's fantastic, Adrian. That I understand. Bridging the math and the physics. That's very interesting. Advanced simulations that change the world. Oh, hey, did you ever hear the one with the combustions and it becomes into energy? I don't know. Wait, what's the problem times table in the abacus? There is no time. What? What is the problem times table in the abacus? It's the same. It's the same. It's not different. So here, right? And then you do 3 times 2 is equal to 6, right? So you know that this is your quotient. You put your quotient over here. Why? Because you can divide it, so you got to skip over here and you go here, right? So then we know we're going to take away the 6. So you take away the 6, right? We're going to put our quotient over here. This is my quotient. So what we do is we do the times table instead of the dividing. So we have our 2. We're going to do 3 times what is equal to 2? Well, is there a multiplication table for the 2? No, there isn't. So what do we do? What do we do? To do this, we got to bring down our second number. The second number is what? The second number is 4. So we have to do 3 times what is equal to 24. 3 times 8 is equal to 24. 8 is our quotient. So we put 8 up here, right? And we put our 8 there. See how there's 8? So there's 20, there's 8. And then we take away 20 and we take away 4. Oh, I forgot to say 6. So we take away 20 and we take away the 4, right? We take away the 20 and we take away the 4. So my final answer is 28, right? Because we do that. And then we don't do how many times does 3 go into 4. We figure out 3 times what is 24. So what we're doing, hello E, good day learning. I know this. I'm sorry. I learned my 2 times table and I forgot them. Bro. I know this. My brain clicked. Yes, yes. This is how we teach the kids in our class. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's how I teach it. And it's interesting because I don't know how everybody else figures out their quotient. But I haven't done it on an abacus for so long. I just do a mental. Good days to learn this. Ah, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting to be able to write it out and to explain it to adults. I will tell you, it's been a real change. Oh my God, I gotta go. I'll see you live tomorrow. Yep, I'll see you later, Abraham. Thank you so much for joining. Oh my God. Wait, Jello, did you hear? I'm so excited that you're here. I found. Oh, okay. You go. I'll see you next time. But when you come back, let me know when you come back because I want to tell you what I discovered about adding the 5 and adding the 10. See you later, Abraham. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Oh my God. Really? Okay. So, okay, here. Let me do this one. Here, okay, real quick. Okay, we're going to do how to make a 10. How to make a 10. Do you know how to make a 10? So when we're looking at it, right? I don't know if you're going to see it. But I was like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." You know how to make a 10. And we want to add an 8, right? The idea is to add an 8. Now I'm just kind of going off the cuff. And I'm just so excited, Jello, you're still here. Okay. So, let me go real quick. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We know what? We know when we want to add the 8, right? We add the 8, we know what? We know we're going to minus the 2 plus the 10. Here's a different way of thinking it. We want to make the 10 out of this 8. If we make a 10 out of this 8, what do? We have to add a 2. Where are we going to add the 2 from? Did I tell you this? Where do we get that 2 from? The 2 has to come from the 4. Minus the 2 from the 4. So then this is what we're going to add and regroup to make an 8. To make a 10. So our final answer is 12. You see it? I know, right? I know, right? It's so crazy. Because we had to memorize it. We kept saying, right? Everybody tell you. Your teacher said it, right? Your teacher said, you got to memorize it. You got to memorize it. But then they're like, they didn't tell you why. It's the same thing with the 5. It's the same thing with the 5. It's so crazy. If we do, here. Let me do one more quick, real quick. So if I do 5, right? 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4, right? We do 4 plus 4, right? I memorized it. I told you. But you do 4, right? 4, and you want to add another 4. Guess what? What is plus 4? I need to make a 5. You need to round up to 5. You need to round up to 5. To round up to 5, you need to add the 1. Where are you going to get the 1 from? You got to take it away from the first number. You take it away from the first number to make your 5. And you make your 5, and you add it. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh, you didn't see that. So we do it again. Right? You have 4 on the abacus, 4 on the abacus. I want to make a 5 out of the second number. It's the second number. Because it's a second number, you want to add the 4. To add the 4, you got to make a 5 to get the 1. Get the 1, right? You add the 1 from the, you take it away from here, and then now you've made a 5. Now you made a 5. So it's the same thing. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. All this time we had to memorize. We don't need to memorize. Now I can conceptually think about it. I think of it like how many numbers you need to get to 10. Yes, exactly. How many numbers do you need to get to 10? But remember, always go from the bottom, right? Always go from the top down. I know. This is crazy. Okay, thank you, JC, for joining. Thank you for joining. And this is why I'm so excited for Abacus. This is why I'm so excited for Abacus, because I feel like I have a new, I don't know, a new, what do you call it? Like a love. Hello, Jess. Hello, Jess. See you later, JC. See you later. I'll see you soon. Good luck in your school. Thank you, Cassandra, for the roses. Thank you so much for the roses. But we got to take a step back. But it's just amazing. It's just amazing. I was just like, yeah, thank you, Cassandra, for the roses. I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited to be able to like make it all work and understand, because I've been told in Abacus world. So when I learned Abacus about 20 years ago, we were told to memorize, and nobody knew why we were doing it. We were just told, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to memorize. And I'm like, but there's got to be a reason. And I appreciate all the people in TikTok and all the adults that are TikTok that wants to learn this method. And then I finally come to a point where it's like, this is why we do it. This is why we do it, right? A new joy, right, Scarface? It's so cool. Okay, a new understanding? Yes, it's a different, yes, because in Abacus world, we were taught to memorize, but nobody told us why. And I have finally figured out why. And this is why I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you why we are doing what we're doing. So the first thing we're going to do, it's a different point of view. It is a different point of view. Okay, let's take a step back. Oh my God, that was really good. It's so much, yeah, because you know why? JC actually has gone to an Abacus school, and she's been doing Abacus for, I think, 5 years now. So she's going up the ranks, and the fact that she blesses me, I'm honored that she joins my live just so that she sees a different way of teaching. And it just amazes me that you guys are all here to listen to me rant and just listen to me talk about Abacus, and I do appreciate it. And the fact that you guys are all honoring me with your time to be able to listen to how to do basic arithmetic on the Abacus, and I'm so blessed. Thank you, everybody. And as well for JC. I feel like the more you teach, the more you learn, I do. We enjoy the YAP sessions. Especially when I start talking about, it was really cool because I was able to talk to her, and I'm just trying to see how they taught in her school, and just in comparison. But I know that I'm on the right track when I try to make it more Americanized, and it's still very, very Eastern. Like they start using the terminologies like big friends, little friends, even like the Abacus applications on your phones. They use the terminologies like friends and big friends, whereas I believe they should start using the American terminology, which is plus the 5 and minus the 5, plus the 10 minus the 10. Okay, so we're going to continue on. Whew, that was a little bit of a digression. Thank you so much for being patient. We are going to start understanding how to take away. So we have the abacus, right? We have 7 on the abacus. Let me redo that. We have 7 on the abacus. What we're going to do is we're going to have 7 on the abacus. What we need to do is we need to add the 1. When we add the 1, we go to the horizontal bar. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do to the horizontal bar. My final answer is 8. We have enough, so we're going to do it, right? So what this means is it is called simple abacus because we don't need to use formulas. We could do it again with the 2. If I have 6 on my abacus, right? So 2 is what? 2 is 2 beads on top. But if I have 6 on the abacus already and I need to add the 2, all I got to do is move these 2 beads, 1, 2. So my final answer is 8. So in abacus world, we actually don't focus on the result. We focus on the process. Tap your screens. Thank you, Jess. I'm the only one available with one at the moment. Thank you so much. I also watch your YouTubes about the abacus. Oh, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. I've been trying to post on that as well, but I do find, I don't have my audience in that world is not there yet. On that channel is not there yet, and that's why I do like the TikTok. So. Again, what we're going to do is we're focusing on the process and not the result. We all know what the result is, right? Like the result, we know what the end goal is, and the end goal is like we're all just going to die. But the idea is to understand the process. So we need to know if we need to utilize the formula. If we have enough beads to add, then we just add it. All right. Do I need to learn this? No. I'm just... That's so funny. It's funny. There's this one person that came into my live and they're like, not once on my bucket list in 2025 is to learn the abacus. But here we are. Hello. Thank you so much. Please, if you guys can continue to tap, what do they say? Tapping is clapping. I do appreciate it. I know. I need to know where you got the water. It's from the other place, the Big A. It's called three. Try to find 3 drops. Hello, try your best. Hello. It's surreal. I should be watching videos on algebra right now. Thank you for checking in. For those of you that are interested, please go ahead and check in. We're right around where my forehead is, and you'll get your engagement points and all these things that you get, and to boost up your own leveling up. Thank you. Yes, thank you. 10,000. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Okay, we're going to continue on. So we want to add the 5 to the abacus. We add the 5 to the abacus. We want to add the 3. You could do the dots, not a problem. Just like in mainstream math, you could do the dots. Thank you for checking in. Thank you so much for checking in. Thank you, She. Thank you for the follow as well. I hope you're okay. I'm better. I still get my coughing fits because of my allergies. You could do the tallies like this. Thank you so much for checking in. Thank you. Hello, Kim. Thank you so much for checking in. So you could do the tallies or you could do the dots, not a problem. But in Abacus, we can actually scale it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I'm hoping to be able to, rank up, and so I want to be able to explain it to the rest of the matrix. Thank you, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome to the real world.
So what we're doing is you can actually scale it. If we did 50 plus 30, 30, and take over the world. Yes, and take over the world.
Gee, Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Here we can scale it. So we have 50 plus 30 is equal to 80. 80 is an 8. Right? Is it 8? 5 plus 3 is 8, and this is a 0. This is how it can become scalable. Like, we can actually see a lot more numbers because we know that this is the 1s, the 10s, the 100s, the 1000s, and the 10,000s. You could do the dots. Thank you. She-Banks, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the tap. Do you like the stickers? Thank you. I do appreciate that. So, I fell asleep early this night. Hello. I think I left early too. I think I left early because it was just too much. Thank you so much for joining, Kim. Thank you so much for joining. We're just talking about the same thing, which is the abacus. And so you could do the different dots. This is 80 dots, but that's a whole lot of counting. And for kids, that's like a little bit overwhelming. On the abacus, it's really easy to see. But you'll notice that if I can do it one step further. I can actually do 500 plus 300 is equal to 800, right? Which is very different than mainstream math. Mainstream math, it would be very difficult to actually utilize to show how 800 would look like. That's a whole lot of dots or a whole lot of blocks that you would have to like figure out. Or there's those cubes, right? There's those big giant cubes. But you would still have to have 8 of these. These are the cubes. You would still have to have 8 of these. And it's just like, this is ridiculous. Why would I need 8 of these? I mean, our human brain can't really see that much, to tell you the truth. So, anyways. Okay, we're going to continue on. We're going to add the 4 to add the 4. All it is all the beads on top. That's all it is. So we have 5 on the abacus, right? Right over here. We want to add the 4. That's it. And my final answer is 9. And then, if you know how to add, you know how to subtract. So we have 1 on the abacus. Nope. We have 7 on the abacus. We want to take away 1. Remember, when we take away, we want to remove, right? To take it away from the horizontal bar. Again, what we're doing is, this is not negative 1. This is minus 1. This is take away 1. So what we're doing is we're going to do it again with the 2. It is not negative 2. It is minus the 2. So when we're looking, we have, maybe I should do this one. So we have 3 on the abacus. 3 on the abacus. I want to take away 2. So all we got to do is take away the 2. So my final answer is 1. And that's it. It's the same thing with the 3. Again, if I have 4 on the abacus, I want to take away 3. Take away 3 means what? We just move it away from the horizontal bar. And then we do 5. Maybe we do this one, right? Again, we have 3 on the abacus. We add the 5. My final answer is 8. Now, same thing with the 6. Well, notice with the 6, right? 6 is what? 6 is 1 bead on top, 1 bead on bottom. But if I already have 1 on my abacus, and then I'm going to add 6. 1 bead on top, 1 bead on bottom, bring it together. William, I guess I should cancel my Netflix subscription. I'm gonna have to William, I'm gonna screenshot that one and I'm gonna have to post it because that is hilarious. I love your comments. That's brilliant. So we have 7 on the abacus. We have 7 on the abacus. 7 is what? 7 is 1 bead on top and 2 beads on the bottom. That's what 7 is. But if I have 2 on the abacus, right, I need to add 7. To add the 7 is 1 bead on top and 2 beads on the bottom, and you bring it together. That's what it is. William. God. It just compounds. Your comments just compounds in my head. It's hilarious. I hope your father's okay. Oh my God. So my final answer is 9. So we have 8. 8 is 5 on top and 3 on the bottom, right? That's what 8 is. But if I have 1 on the abacus already and I want to add the 8, all I got to do is add the 5 and add the 3. You remember? I do. I replayed in my head. That's why talking about the Netflix subscription just compounds it. So our final answer is 9. We have, oh gosh, We have 9. Oh, so that's the thing. If we have 9 and we want to subtract, subtracting means we're going to take it away. If I want to subtract 6, remember 6 is 1 beat on top, 1 beat on bottom. But when we subtract from 9, it's 1 beat on top, 1 beat on bottom, and you subtract it. So we're moving away from the horizontal bar, right? It's the same thing with the 7. Remember 7 is the 1 beat on top and 5 beat and the 2 beats on the bottom. And so if I have 9 and I want to subtract 7, it's 1 beat on top and 2 beats on the bottom. We subtract it like that. That's what that means. And then we do it again with the 8. So I have 9 on the abacus. I want to subtract 8. 8 is what? 1 beat on top, 3 beats on the bottom. And you subtract 8. So my final answer is 1. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay. So we're going to continue on. What happens when there's not enough? That's what's going to happen. What's going to happen when you're not enough? We already talked about how to add and minus. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. It's been interesting because in mainstream world, they're like telling the kids that they have to memorize how to make a 9. But in Abacus, we don't need to memorize how to make a 9. Why? Because we just look at the numbers. If I have 1 on the abacus, I want to add 8. We already have 8. I don't need to memorize that there's 9. I don't need to memorize that 8 to make 9. I have it on my abacus. You know what I mean? So we don't need to memorize how to make a 9. If I have 2 on the abacus, I'm going to add 7. Oh, look, 5 plus 2 is 7. All I got to do is add it. So we don't need to memorize how to make a 9. We just look at our abacus and we know that it's there. So I have 3 on the abacus. I want to add 6. Add the 6 is 1 beat on top, 1 beat on the bottom, and you bring it together. Thank you so much for the share. Straight violin. Thank you. And so that's the other thing, right? So we don't need to memorize how to make a 9. So that's this book. And now we're going to get into something a little bit more. What happens when there's not enough? I wonder what William will say tomorrow when I see you. I don't know. Yeah, that one's we have to top that one off. All right. The pressure. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Okay, what's the next one? What happens when there's 4 plus 4? We have 4 on the abacus, right? And when I add the 4. We're not going to do this because that just means 44, right? We remember that 4 plus 4? No. 4 and this 4 means that it's going to be 4 in the 4 tens and 4 in the 4 ones. That's what this is. This is 44. What we're going to do is we need to add 4 to the ones place. We need to add 4 over here. So when we're looking, we need to add 4 here, not here. This is the tens. We want to add 4 to the ones. Now, to do that, we might want to try something like this. We have 4 pennies on the abacus. 4 pennies. There we go. 4 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I want to add the 4. There's not enough beats to add the 4, so guess what we're going to do? We're going to utilize this 5. If I give you 5, that's too much, but I can't break it apart. I need change back. I can give you my 5. That's too much. I need to take away 1. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I could do it again on the abacus. I can add the 5 and then take away the 1. And my final answer is 8. So what we're doing is we're understanding this concept. The concept is how to make a 5. Well, let's take it one more time. Hello. Thank you so much, Cassandra. Thank you so much. I hope these are like, epiphanies, like you could see things.
Oh, I can see everything.
Thank you so much, Cassandra. I hope these are good for you. So we're going to take it one step further. What happens? There's another way. Let's try another way. This is what I was trying to show Jello for those of you that were here earlier. So what I was trying to show was what happens when you want to add the 4. That's where these little QB thingies. Thanks for the live. Always a pleasure. Have a good night, Cassandra. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will see you in my next live. So we have 4 on the abacus, right? And we want to add another 4. But guess what? There's not enough room to add the 4. We need to utilize, we can round this up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can round it up to 5. We can round it up to 5, but to do that, we need to add 1. Where are we going to get the 1 from? We're going to get the 1 from the previous 4. So we have to subtract the 1 from the 4, right? We're going to have to give it away. So you take away 1 from here and you add it to here. So this makes a 5. So you add your 5. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And so what we just did is we just made a 5. That's what we did. So we had to subtract in order to add. Kind of like drifting.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
Right? And so, where am I? There we go. Yeah. So it's been interesting. Like, we have to take away in order to add. So what we're doing is we are, hold on. We are, making a 5. That's what we're doing. We're balancing the equation. So we're regrouping at a smaller level. So we could do it again with the 3. So I have 3 on the abacus, right? I have 3 on the abacus. I want to add 4. To add 4, there's not enough room. I only have this one bead to add the 4. But guess what? I can round up to the 5. Because I round up to the 5, how do I do that? I need to get a 1 from somewhere. The 1 has to come from the previous number. So what we're looking for is we're understanding how to grab it from the 3. So you take away from the 3, I take away from the 3, and I add it to my 4. So now I did a concept of regrouping. I did a regrouping here. Regrouping to 4, which is different. And it's just a smaller scale because what in mainstream we regroup the 10, but in abacus we regroup the 5 and we can regroup to 10. So there's 2 sets that you can regroup. So that's the thing. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you so much for liking the live. We're up to 14,000 likes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. So does that make sense? We're going to continue on because what we're going to do is we're going to continue and understand and make it repeatable, scalable. Thank you, Jess. Thank you. So we have 2 on the abacus, right? 2 on the abacus. Again, I have no more room to add the 4. But guess what? To make a 5, right, I needed to add the 1. The 1 has to come from the 2. And this now makes a 5. So you take away 1 from the 2, and then you add the 5. So my final answer is 6. So what I've done is I regrouped. So the idea is you have this concept of regrouping. We could do it again with the 3. Does that make sense? How are we doing? If you notice, we have a whole set. This whole set. We have 4 plus 1, 1 plus 4, 3 plus 2, or 2 plus 3. So that's what we're doing is we're trying to understand how to make a 5. We could do it again with the 3. If I have 4 on the abacus, like that. I want to make a 3. I want to add the 3. To add the 3, I have no more room to add the 3. What's going to happen? I know to round up to 5, I have to utilize a 2. The 2 has to come from the 4. So I got to take away from the 4 like that. And then I add it to my 3. So I regrouped and I made a 5. And there we go. Thank you so much for sharing the live, Straight. So when we're looking, we have 7. 5, 6, 7. The idea was that I try to make it color coded. This is a value of 5. That's what it is. So then we could do it again with the 3. If I have 3 on the abacus, right? If I have 3 on the abacus, I want to add another 3. What am I going to do? Well, guess what? 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. I have 3, right? Take away the 2 to make it a 5. So I'm literally making a 5. And my final answer is 6. Take away add the 5, take away the 2. This is a concept. This is a formula that we need to memorize. That's what this is. Right? These are the formulas that we need to memorize. We're understanding the concept of how to make it and why we're doing it. But this is just a way to rewrite it. So if I want to add the 3, I need to either plus the 5 minus the 2. If I want to add the 4, I can plus the 5 minus the 1. So we're writing it out, right? We're understanding it, but I'm telling you how we're doing it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much thank you, Ryu. Thank you, Ryu, for you're awesome. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. So what we're doing is we're understanding the concept. And this is one thing I wanted to make sure. Like, you get to the point where I start saying this, but I know this, right? Because I've been doing this for 20 years. But understanding why we're doing it is another situation. And so that's what we're doing. And we can do it again with the 2, right? You're going to notice this is a whole set. And we are doing it, and we're going to compound this information. As we compound the information, we're going to do it again, right? So we have 4 on the abacus, right? We have 4 on the abacus. I want to add 2. Well, what is the formula for the 2? Well, remember, if you do 2, it is plus 3. Plus 3 is equal to 5. We got to get the 3 from somewhere. 3 has to come from somewhere. 3 will come from the 4. So I take away 4 here. So if I have 4 here, I got to take away 3. Take away the 3, right? And add, and there's my 5. So there we go. My final answer is 6. 5, 6. What? Woo. Wait. Are you a school teacher too, or like a private tutor? I have a learning center. I do tutor. And I also publish books. If that makes sense. So these are all my books. But no, I don't teach. I don't teach in public school. Yeah. I'm trying to make the abacus common, more mainstream, and I have to figure out how to introduce it to the public school. That's what I want to do. I got another problem for you. That's not a problem. Hello, Allie. Hello, Allie. How you doing? How you doing? Did you exercise? When do you sleep? I don't know. I kind of whenever my body says time to sleep. Thank you for the follow. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. William had this really great comment. I'm going to do a post on it, William, and I'm going to tag you for it. Okay, wait. Okay. And I was figuring out how to write a better way of showing what division is on the abacus. I think I figured it out. I think I need to mesh it around a little bit. All right. 4 plus 4. Oh, here we go. We did that. Thank you, Jess, for the roses. Thank you so much. Okay, Tyler. I'm going to have to figure that out. I did exercise. That's great. I tried to exercise a little bit. Okay, so we do 4 on the abacus. We do 4 on the abacus. Hold on, Danny. I'll get to it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for checking in. For those of you that are interested and want to be part of my community, go ahead and check in at the Orange Heart Me, and you're going to get engagement points. So don't forget your engagement points, Allie. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'm still trying to figure out the whole engagement points. But if you put in some stickers or whatever, or whatever, you get extra points. So as you go through the lives that you go through, you can gain extra engagement points. So the idea was to do that. Yeah, after the Heart Me, if you put in a comment of something, you get extra points. So take a look at those. That's what I've been doing with my friends, and just to get more engagement points. And then you start ranking up and stuff. So 4 plus 4, Tyler. So we want to add the 4. To add the 4, there's no more room to add the 4. Guess what? You got to round up to 5. To round up to 5, we got to add the 1. The 1 has to come from somewhere. The 1 has to come from the previous number. So if I take away 1 from here, right? If I take away 1 from there, I'm going to add it to my next number. And that makes a 5. So we take away the 1, and then we add the 5. So my final answer is yes. And my final answer is 8. Thank you. Hello, Nar. Hello, Nar. How's it going? Yeah, that's what I've noticed about the whole engagement points. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I think if you go through the lives of other people, then you could do that. Does that make sense, Tyler? I didn't write down my question. 3, 7, 6, 6, 2, 9. Oh, I know why. I know why. Okay. I am well. I thought it was 12. You said plus, did you not? You said plus. I'm well. I'm very well. Thank you so much for asking, Nar. You said plus, Tyler. You didn't say times. So why would it be 12? Hello, damn. Yes, I do remember. It's a funny name. I do remember that. I don't know. How do you get 12? I don't know how you get 12. I don't even know how you get 12. With all the beads, how do you get 12? Even if we did it with the pennies, right? Even if we did it with the pennies, and I want to add the 4, we have 5. 5, can't do it. So if we have 5, you have to do change. I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you know how to make change, because kids nowadays don't know how to make change because you guys don't work with money. So this might be an ancient. It might be an ancient. What do you call it? An ancient. An ancient technique. Right? It's damn like game, short for Damien. Oh, I don't know, like game. Oh, Dame. Oh, like game. Oh, like Damien. Oh, okay. I thought it was like damn. Oh, I see. Makes more sense. Apple Pay. Yeah, I know, right? It's an ancient art. Making change is an ancient art form. Just like cursive writing. It's like hieroglyphics. Like my boys don't know how to read. My boys don't know how to read cursive because it's difficult for them. Yeah, it's funny. It's so funny. Game. Okay, I'll have to remember that game. Thank you. Yes, I do remember. So, okay, so here we go. Yeah. That's all right. That's all right. If we figure it out. But funny. Funny. Abacus was introduced way back in like Mesopotamia, and then there was that split. But now main Eurocentric math is trying to go back to Abacus, but on paper form. That's what I've noticed. That's what I've noticed. They're phasing out of production. Oh, they are? Are you serious? I just did it myself. I just did it by myself and it made sense. But when you teach it, if you want to. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. No, this is easy. This is easy. Let's see. Let's see how we fare on this one. All right. So, costs more to make them compared with the birth. Oh, wow, really? Wow, that's crazy. That makes sense. I mean, there is a lot of countries that stop making pennies. So I guess what's going to happen is we're not going to be utilizing numbers. We're not going to be utilizing numbers that uses pennies. So it'll be a lot of 5s and 10s then. So we're going to get rid of the concept of how to make a 5, which is interesting. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, there's a few countries that stopped making that. Yeah, like 90. Yeah, 99 cents. It won't be 99 cents, but it'll be like 50 cents or 55 cents. Yeah, no more 99 cents. Yeah, right. It'll be like 75 or 80. Yeah, it'd be 75, 85. I think the closest you could do was 95 cents. Yeah, it'd be like 95 cents. No more. Yeah, no more 91 cents. Okay, so for those of you that just joined, thank you so much for joining. Let's do a little review. So we have 1 on the abacus and 2, 3, and then 4. That's what 4 is. Anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, that's what's considered counted. We have 5. The top bead will always be 5, and then we have 6. 5 plus 1 is 6, and then 7. Oops, 7. There we go, 7. 5 plus 2 is 7, and then 8. You could go on forever. So we have 5 plus 3 is equal to 8, and then 9. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. I think that's why I'm starting to move towards the counting cubes, because parents can, like, adults know change for now, but it's going to get to a point where change will be obsolete. So after 9 is 10. 10 is a 1 and a 0. Have a good night. Okay, see you later, Allie. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you so much for dropping by. I'll see you in my next live, or I'll see you in your next live. So, yes, thank you so much. So that's what 10 is, and then this is 11. 11 and then 12. Oh, sorry, 12. 12 is a 1 and a 2. So you'll notice that every column is a place value. So we have our tens, right? We have our ones, we have our tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. And there we go. All right, so, oh, sorry, can't see that. Now you might be wondering why I'm here. I'm over here because I have this indicator. This is my ones indicator. Because this is my ones indicator, I can label my ones. I have my ones, my tens, hundreds, thousands, and then 10,000s. And then you'll notice that I have a decimal, right? The decimal sits between our ones and our tenths. And then we have our hundredths. So when we're looking, we can actually do a bigger number. And the bigger number is, wait, can you demonstrate that again? Oh, not a problem. Here we go. Let's do that again. I have this number right here. So we have the ones place. There's a little dot right here. There's a ones place. There's another dot here. This is going to give me my comma, like my thousands, right? So just like how it's easier to write, it's easier to see when there's a comma. So it'd be 3,456. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you, Sam, for the question. So thank you so much for, we're almost at 20,000. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, everybody, for liking the live. And if you can continue on tapping it out, that'd be fantastic, because I want to try to get it out to the FYP to teach more people basic arithmetic. So we have 3,456. And then we could take it one step further. We could do 73,000. 73,456.25. Now, if you notice, 7 is the top bead, is 5, and then 2 beads at the bottom is actually 7. Thank you so much, Jess. Thank you. I do appreciate it. How's your art show coming along? It's in October. How many pieces do you need? So we have 70, and then we have 3. 1, 2, 3. We have 4. This is 400. When we're looking, we have 73,400. 1, 2, 3, 4. 50 is the top bead, right? Yes, so all the blue beads. Yes, exactly. All the blue beads is a value of 5. We have 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. We have 20. We have 2, right? 0.2, 1, 2, and then 5. So that's what this is. You're right. All the top bead is a value of 5. So let me help you count that.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
Oh, you need enough for a 10 by 10? Are they... Oh, that's a lot. So we could do a row of 5. So it's 55,555.55. Yes, all blues. All the blues are equals to 5. Every column has every number is represented in every column. So we have 5 over here. We could do 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. That's what 10 would look like, right? That's what 10 is. But notice that 10 is a 2-digit number, which is very, very different. Oh, that's good. That's good, Jess. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. So then you could do a whole row of 6, right? You could do a whole row of 8, or you could do a whole row of 9. Let me help you count that.
99 problems, but a ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a ain't one. Hit me.
So we have 99,999.99. All reds, all beads. Not all reds, all beads. So you're always on my FYP. Good. I'm happy. I'm hoping you. I appreciate your time, Sam. I appreciate your time. So when we're looking, thank you, Red Monkey, for the follow. Thank you, Kenny, for the follow. Thank you, Sam, for the follow. I do appreciate your time. Thank you so much. So no, it's not red, right? The idea is all the beads. So when we're looking, does that make sense, Dynamite? It's all the beads. When we're looking, we have 4, right? Notice that the red is touching, but because the 5 bead is not touching, this is considered not counted. So it's only 4 right now. Does that make sense? So when we're looking, if we want to add the 5, now we have 9. When we have 1, 2, 3, 4. If I have 1, but I add the 5, now we have 6. If I have 2, add the 5, now we have 7. If I have 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, add the 5, now we have 8. We have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, add the 5, now we have 9. There we go. So what's 10? 10, that's what 10 is. Because 10 is a 2-digit number. So what happens is, what is going to happen? So what happens is you reset the ones place and you just use the tens. So just like we write the number 10, 1 and a 0, this is 11. We have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No blues, all yellows is 2. Well, it'd be green and yellow would be 2. So this would be 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So it would be, yes. But it would be not all yellows, it would be yellow and green. Because the idea is, it is the value of what's wrong. That's 10, this is 1. Just like this is 1, right? This is 10, this is 100, this is 1,000, this is 10,000. Yeah, so this is 9. After 9 is 10. 1 and a 0. 1 and a 0. How do you write 10? 10 is just a 1 and a 0. We can do 20, 2 and a 0, 30, 3 and a 0, 40, 4 and a 0, 50, 5 and a 0, 60, 6 and a 0, 70, 7 and a 0, 80, 8 and a 0, and then 90. 9 and a 0, and then 100. So it's the same thing. Hello, Stank. Oh, good, Sam. So no blues, green, yes, exactly. Green, yellow, orange, these would all be 3s, right? But here the problem is, right? If you do this and you take away 3, you take away red, orange, green. I'm sorry, red, orange, yellow. Hello, Stank. Does that make sense? So you have to be careful with the colors. The colors really mean nothing, right? How do you go above 4? 5. 37. 37. 3, 5 plus 2 is 7. So we have 4,000. So 4,441.44. Yeah. So you have to be careful. If you take away 2, it's 1 red bead and 1 yellow, 1 orange bead. Take away 2. Does that make sense, Dynamite? So when you take away 20, that's what I do. If I take away 1, then it's take away 1 red bead. So the idea is not the colors. The idea is that these are a value of 1. And so we're just taking it as such. So if I did this, then it'd be hard to explain. I use the colors to help so then people can explain it. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it just clicked. Yeah. The colors mean nothing. The thing is you just talk about the top beads and the bottom beads. The top bead is always a value of 5. Yes. The top bead is always a value of 5. That's the point. The bottom bead's a value of 1. So this is 1, 1, 1, 1. That's what that means, right? So when we're looking, this is 4 1s. Hello. Thank you so much for the rose. Thank you so much for the rose, Somali. That's how you get above 4? Yeah. So we have 1 plus the 5 is 6. 2 plus the 5 is 7. 3 plus the 5 is 8. 4 plus the 5 is 9. So then 10 is a 1 and a 0. 1, 0 is 10 because every column is a place value. There's the ones, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, the 10,000s, and then so forth. This is a 13 column abacus because size matters. It's a little bit bigger than the smaller one. Oops, smaller one. The smaller one is a 7 column abacus. Right? And so when we're looking, if you're wondering how big this is, it's kind of the same size as a cassette tape. I don't know how old you are, but I have a cassette tape. And I use it for a prop now. I still play it, but anyways. Yeah, it's almost the size of a cassette tape. It's nice and compact if you're ever interested. So, are always the 2 rows? Right, Jess? If you notice, the cassette tape, I feel old. So, Dynamite, do you notice that there's a dot right here? This is my ones place. If I have my ones place, then anything after the ones will be my decimal. So my decimal sits right after the ones. We have our tenths and our hundreds. However, if I choose this one to be my ones place, everything moves over like this. Then I could do 0.00001. Funny. It just depends on which dot you're going to use to be your ones place. Just like a Pokemon. You got to just choose one.
Okay, Charizard, I choose you!
Say Walkman and all the kids will be like, what? It gets better. Yeah, it gets better. Like the floppy disk, we still save on a floppy disk. Like if you notice, the icon is still a floppy disk. And it's like, why do we even use this floppy disk anymore? Soundboard? You like my soundboard? It gets better. It gets better.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
I'm all out of bubblegum. I mean, I'm going to guess you're, what, 33? Who? Jess? Thank you. Thank you, Stink. No. 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 I am not 33. I've been teaching Abacus for 20 years. I did not learn Abacus when I was a child. I learned Abacus when I was 30. So, adding that up, I am not 33, but I do appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much. Jess. Funny. No, I wish. All right, so we did that. Okay, we're just about done. I'm about spent. We're going to do one more concept. We're going to do how to make a 10, and then we're done. Well, considering you know about cassette tapes and floppy, I was going to say, I remember modems when they did the sounds. Yeah. I remember that. That's what I remember. Okay, we'll do that. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to continue on. Oh, that's the thing. Can you use that to solve a problem? Yes, we're going to do that right now. Does the Oregon Trail ring? Yeah. It rings a bell. Yes, it does. But I don't know too much about American history because I actually grew up in Canada and then I came to America when I was younger. So I think anyone that's above 34 knows about this. Yeah. I love the Oregon Trail. Okay, I don't know. I would have to do research on what it is, but that's an American thing. Yep. Yeah, I grew up in Canada, so I don't know, like, my states. My kids should know their states, but I don't. Okay, thank you. Oh, wait. Thank you, Dynamite, for your patience. Or their parents. Did Canadians ever play the computer game? Or oh, it's a computer game? I remember seeing it. It was a dot matrix one, right? And they were in a wagon. I don't know what they were doing though. I do remember like Dig Dug, and I remember playing Dig Dug on a Mac, but I didn't do Orion Trail. I was never into those kind of games. I did when I started getting into games was when I was getting into the 11th hour and 7th guess. Do you remember that? Way back in the day, 11th hour and 7 guess. I'm just surviving, trying to get to. Yeah. That was when I started. And then I remember SimCity. Oh my God, when that came about, that was such a grind. I'm in Algebra 2 right now. I don't think we could solve problems with that tool. You cannot solve algebra with this. I have Dig Dug on a joystick game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like those things. Yeah. So, yeah, Dynamite, you're in Algebra 2. This is only for adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Oh my God, Atari. Yeah, I remember Atari. And then you had to blow the cartridge. Yeah, I remember Space Invaders. And then I couldn't understand asteroids. Okay. Sorry. Hello, Joel. I'm back to learn. Just getting off work while listening. Oh, hey. How do you multiply in this? Nintendo cartridges. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we didn't do Nintendo because we already had Atari, and then the one thing we had was. Do anybody remember Turbo Graphics? I remember Turbo, like Bonk's Adventure. I finally did that. I was like, oh my God, I have a scary story about style. It ended up spooky. All right. We're going to continue on. So we're going to add the 9. To add the 9 is understanding that we're going to make a 10. So we have 1, we have 9, and notice I'm going to add the 9. So the question is what? 9 plus 9. We have 9 on the abacus, right? And we have another 9 on the abacus. So because we have 2 9s, notice there's not enough beads to add a 9. What are we going to do? Well, we know that what? We know when we add a 9, we can make a 10 out of the bottom, the 9 that we're adding to. So when we're Joel, I'm trying to be more descriptive for Joel so you don't have to look at the paper, so you don't look at your phone. So the bottom 9, the 9 that we're adding to, we want to make it a 10. To make it a 10, we're going to take 1 away from the first 9. Why? Because the bottom 9 is going to make a 10. We're going to make a 10 out of it, but we got to get the 1 from somewhere. So we're going to have to give it away. We're going to have to give it away 1. Because we take away 1 from the first 9, we're going to add it to our second 9, and we've made a 10. This is what we called a carrying over, right? We take away 1 from the previous 9, and then we add it to our second number, which is our 9, and we finally make a 10. Because we've made a 10, my final answer is 18. Thank you, El Chucky, for the tiny diny. Thank you so much. So when we're looking, right, we're understanding that when we want to add a 9, that's what this formula is. Plus the 9 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 1. Plusing the 10 means that we're going to make this 10. But to do that, we have to subtract the 1 from the previous number. So we're going to do it again with the 9. When we do a 9 plus 2, let's do 9 plus 2. Again, we're going to take the bottom number and we're going to make it a 10. So we have 2 on the abacus, right? We have 2 on the abacus. There's not enough room to add a 9. Because we don't have enough room to add the 9, what we're going to do is we're going to make a 10 with the 9. So we got to take away 1 from the 2. Take away 1 from the 2. We're going to regroup it to the 9 to make a 10. So my final answer is, hello. Oh, you did. So my final answer is 11. Hello, Aya. You bought your first abacus yesterday? That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I hope you can follow along. Wait, but you bought it. Did you receive it? I don't know if you received it. So that's what we're doing. So does that make sense? So now my final answer is 11. We can do it again. We have 3 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. We can do it again with 3 on the abacus, like that. And I want to add 9. To add the 9 is 5 plus 4 is 9. But there's no more room to add the 9. Oh, here. Oh, you did. So then I should have shipped it out. It should have been shipped out already. You should get it within like the end of the week. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Aya. Okay, so again, to make a 10 out of the 9, we take 1 from the 3. We take 1 from the 3 and we regroup it to make a 10. So we finally have a 10. So I got to add my 10. And my final answer is 12. And there we are. So that leads me to this question here. The question is here. Thank you, Danny, for the question. So we have our number. And you'll see, but it's a little bit much. We have 3 on the abacus. We have 376. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add 6 to the abacus. Can you add it? Yes, we can add 6. We have 1 bead on top, 1 bead on bottom. We're going to add the 6. We want to add the 2. To add the 2, what do? Plus the 2, 1, 2, to the 7. So we're going to continue on. We want to add the 9. Where are we going to add the 9? We're going to add the 9 at the ones column because it's 629. So our final question is going to be adding the 600. The 6 in our ones column. We know how to add the 6. We know how to add the 9. To add the 9, we know it is plus the 10 minus the 1. That's the formula, right? Why? Because we're going to take away the 1 from here, from the 6, and we're going to add it to my 9. So when we do that, we take 1 from here, and that makes us a 10. But guess what? I don't have any room to add the 1. So there's another formula that I have to know. What is it? To add the 1, I have to... So do you move the green up? No, you move the green down. You move the 1 green down. Because it's 6, I take away the 1. I need to take away 1. That's the formula. Why? Because the 6 and the 9, we take away from the 6. We make it a 10 over here. Does that make sense, Dynamite? But if you notice, I have no more room to add the 9. I'm sorry, I have no more room to add the 1. If I have no more room to add the 1, what do? I know if I want to add 1 to make a 10, I have to take away the 9 from somewhere, right? 1, I want to add the 1. But guess what? Plus 1 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 9. So what do? We have to minus the 9 and then add my 10. Again, I can't do it because there's not enough room to add the 1. So I do it again. I take away the 9 and then I add my 10. So my final answer is 1,005. And that's it. That was a little bit advanced because this becomes a 2-step equation. Or a multi-step equation. Because you have to keep going until you complete the task. And that's it. That's what I meant. The left side was my bad. Oh yeah. No, you're good. So the blue, yes, the top bead is always going to be a blue. The top bead is always a value of 5. Yes, the top bead is always a value of 5. So this is 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 0.55. Yes, the top bead will always be 5. Thank you for the follow, Aya. All right. Thank you so much for sending me up to 36K. Thank you, everybody. I am about done. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. I hope this was fun, and I hope you guys come back for my next live. I do appreciate everybody joining. What we just did is we learned how to make a 10 and how to make a 5 on the abacus. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Have a great night. You too. One more? One more what? One more question? One more question, Dynamite? One more. You want to know how to add the 8? It's the same thing. So we have 4 on the abacus. We have 4 on the abacus, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, 4. We have 4 on the abacus. I want to add another 4. To add another 4, what are we going to do? We want to make a 10 out of the 8. To make a 10 out of the 8, what do? You need to get a 2. The 2 has to come from somewhere. The 2 has to come from somewhere. The 2 has to come from the 4. So you take away the 2 from the 4 and you add it to the 8 and you've made your 10. So my final answer is 12. There we go. Ugh. Not a problem, Dynamite. That's about done. Thank you, Stank. Thank you, Jess. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate. I think I'm getting better at explaining division that I'll be comfortable to show, but I still think it's an advanced, and I'll have it as a book. And then what I was gonna do is I was gonna have like videos to come accompany it. Maybe that will help too. But I'm still trying to formulate like all that stuff. So thank you for the follow. Thank you, Stank. Thank you, Dynamite, for the follow. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you so much for all the gifts, and thank you to be sending it. I always appreciate your teaching no matter what. Thank you, Jess. And my yapping. Yeah. I do really, I'm so happy I have a funny community. I really have a really funny community, and I really love it. Because I love laughing, you know what I mean? And now the crash outs. I'm actually going to try to taper off the crash outs. Am I a math teacher at school? No, I am not a math teacher at school. I am a math teacher, but I'm not a teacher at school. I am a teacher now on TikTok. So if you look at all my posts, it's all about Abacus. And if you just go through all my posts, you'll be able to learn how to read the Abacus. Yep, I do have these books available in my TikTok shop. Oh, I have all these books available in my TikTok shop. If you're looking, I do have it. What are we doing? We're doing this one right here. This one is available in my TikTok shop. You don't really crash out though. You just, yeah, you just let them trolls know. Yeah. Yeah. In the beginning I did crash out. Like I was really angry, like some of the questions, but now it's just like, it doesn't matter anymore. Cause I know, you know what it is? I know they're kids. That's the thing. Like I know they're young kids and they don't know what they're doing. So that's why it doesn't even matter anymore. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. If you bring the blue one down, will it be 62? No, it will not be 62. It'd be that. It would be 67. Yeah. Thank you, Joel. I'm a kid. Yeah? Not 67. I know. Just the one on the left. The one on the left. Yeah, the one on the left is a 5 and the 1 is a 6. Thank you, Dynamite, for your patience. The one on the right says 7 is a 5 and the 2 is 7. Yeah, Dynamite, I get a lot of kids in my room, and a lot of kids that come in my room and they're really wanting to learn, then it makes sense. But there's a lot of kids that come into my room, not a lot. There's a few kids that come into my room and they'll just kind of be barging into the room and say 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. And so that's when it's just like I realize that they're young. They don't know what they're doing. Sorry. So, and the blue bead and the blue 1 up, that would be, so the blue, you just had it, these ones like that? I can't believe, are you driving, Joel? Don't be watching my live. You know, you might get a ticket. I don't want you to get a ticket. No, I'm here. I'm just, oh. All right. All right. All right. So you said 67.55. Is that it? It's a meme. I'm a nerd, so I don't troll when it comes to learning. Yeah, no, that's great. That's great, and I appreciate that. There's a few kids that are in my room, and they're just learning. You're just learning, and it's good. I appreciate that. I appreciate your time, Dynamite. Just so you know. Yeah, I know the meme. I know the meme. And then when they come into my room, this is what I tell them.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out from my mouth?
I don't know if you know that one, Dynamite, but that came from another TV show, another movie. Another movie I don't think is going to be recreated because there's so much racism in it, you know what I mean? But whatever. I think it was funny. But back in the day, we didn't know, right? Was that Rush Hour? It was Rush Hour with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. Good job. Well done. My kids just watched it too and they love it. They love it. But can't recreate it. It's like Tropic Thunder, right? Anybody watch Tropic Thunder? That was so funny, but you can't recreate it. And they were like, they were saying like to Ben Stiller, you should apologize. And they were like, why? At that time, it was like breakthrough. Now it's different, you know? Yeah, right? I'm a dude playing a dude, being a dude. Yeah, right? But you can't recreate that because at that time it was fine. You know what I mean? So, okay, Joel, what are we doing? The blue one. The blue one. My dad showed me. Oh, it was funny. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah. I think I don't think I showed my kids yet Tropic Thunder, but that was a funny one. I do like funny movies. It's just like Adventures in Babysitting. They mute so much stuff. Oh, really? I have not watched Adventures of Babysitting. I never got into the book, so I never thought about watching the movie. Yeah. I did get this one.
No, now go away or I shall taunt you a second time.
That one is from... Where do you think that one's from? Now we're just playing my sound bites. Like, I've got all these sound bites. You should watch it. It's so funny. I will watch it now. I'll have to watch it. Elizabeth Shue. Oh yeah, that's right, Elizabeth Shue. Wow, I haven't heard her in a long time. Went Back in the Future. Yeah, I think she was in Back to the Future. Was she in Karate Kid? I guess so. I remember her in Back to the Future. I don't remember Karate Kid as much. I just remember like using the thing with the understand the basics. But yeah. I remember, and she was, you know what she was in? She was in The Invisible Man with Kevin Bacon. I remember that. She's the girlfriend of the main character. She was? With Ralph Macchio? I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Huh. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, I remember Elizabeth Shue into with Kevin Bacon. She was really popular, but it's too bad that she didn't get like super big like Demi Moore, you know? It's really strange on how like that happens. But she was in a lot of movies. She was in a lot of things. Like Karate Kid is Cobra Kai, right? Yes. Cobra Kai was actually the second part. So Karate Kid, there's like two parts of Karate Kid. There was Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio, and then there was Karate Kid again with Jackie Chan and not Jada Smith. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I got 40. I know, right? That's crazy. You guys are crazy. That's so awesome. Thank you so much. She was the wife of she's in Cobra Kai? Oh, that's interesting. No, I'm wrong. She makes an appearance. Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. That's cool that she makes an appearance. That's really cool. I don't think Ralph Macchio is a really good actor though. I don't think he's a good actor. But I don't also didn't watch Cobra Kai. My kids liked Cobra Kai. They really enjoyed it. They like binge watched it. Yeah. Yeah, he's okay. He's not amazing. I mean, that's why, but he was only good because he was a heartthrob at that time. That was the only reason. But it's like Scott Baio, you know what I mean? Yeah, he looks. Oh, does he? I like it a lot. Yeah, it was really interesting. Like like back in the day, it was like Tiger Beat. There was Sean Austin. Sean Austin and his brother Mackenzie Austin. Are like that's that era with Ralph Macchio. He's like in his 30s. No, I don't. Oh yeah, he was in his 30s in My Cousin Vinny, and he played a high schooler. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Marissa Tomei, she's awesome. Have you ever? Oh, I don't know. Yeah. She was playing. She actually played the daughter of Sylvester Stallone in the movie Oscar, and I liked that movie. That was a really good movie. My kid loves that movie. I love her. Yeah, right. Yeah, and then she was Aunt May. That was great when she became Aunt May. Oh yeah, with was it Tom Holland and Aunt May? Yeah, yeah, I remember that. She I like her. She's a really good actress. I do, and she aged very well. I think she aged very well for what she is, for what she does. Her and um, who's the girl in Tom Cruise and the Maverick? What's her name? She aged very well too. Oh, I forgot her name. What's her name? Yeah, Spider-Man Aunt May is Marissa Tomei. Tomei. Yeah, I forgot her name too. She was in The Labyrinth. Oh, I loved her. And she was in The Beautiful Mind. And I just love watching her. She's such a good actress. But I forgot. Oh, Jennifer Connelly. That it is. That is Jennifer Connelly. I have a huge crush. Yes, thank you. Jennifer Connelly. I remember her when she was in The Labyrinth with David Bowie. Yeah. Yeah. That was a good movie. It was so like yeah. And then now we're just going back in the day. I remember watching Dune and Sting, and I was like, that's the greatest movie. And then I did a comparison, and I don't like the new one. The only reason why I don't like the new one as much is because they don't tell you what's in their minds. That movie scared you as I was kid. That was yeah. Oh yeah, it is a little scary, especially with the guy with the warts. But if you watch it now, like if you watch the old one and you compare it to the new one, the difference is that the old one did a lot more explanation. Yeah, there's a lot of explanation though. And it was really quite like, oh, no wonder I really liked it because I was able to follow along. Because it's hard for me to like imagine what people are doing. But if you watch it now, you'll see the explanation in the movies is really quite nice as opposed to the new movie now with Timothy Chalamet, Chalamet. That doesn't do as much explanation because they were not whispering in their minds kind of a thing. I don't know if you ever watched it. Yeah, try watching it back again. It's been very interesting. Yeah. Oh, I was talking about the labyrinth. Oh yeah, the labyrinth, yeah. And then he tossed his little trolls, I think it was, or the baby. I learned a lot, but I have to go tomorrow. Okay, have a good night, Dynamite. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, the labyrinth, yeah. I like the labyrinth too. He did make it scary. He was a little creepy, but he was still very good. He was the Goblin King. Yeah, that's right. He was the Goblin King. And then if you go down that rabbit hole, it's the whole like the never ending story. That was sad. Now we're just talking about movies. We're just kind of yapping away. With his tin. Yeah, that's right. His tons of Tina Hair. Tina Turner Hair. Was it Tina Turner Hair? I guess so. Back in the day. Yeah, she was a real big one. And then did you ever see, is it Mad Max and the Doom Mad Max and the Temple, no, Thunder of Doom. Doom of Thunder. Was that what it is? Doom of Thunder? Thunderdome. Yeah, she was in that one. She wasn't a good actress either, but she was pretty good. She's a good singer, but she wasn't good an actress. She only had like 2 or 3 lines. She was in Mad Max in the Thunderdome. she was the one that was the ringleader of the Thunderdome. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Just thinking about all these movies. These are pretty good. I'll have to rewatch it. I'm just thinking, like, all the things that we talk about, like, I don't know anybody else, like, talks about these things, but I have to rewatch it. Yeah. Yeah, rewatching, like, the old movies, like, kind of crazy. What I want to rewatch is Mork and Mindy. I love that TV show. That was a really good TV show. Yeah. It's funny, like, sometimes I'll get caught up and rewatch The Cosby Show. Those are fun. Yeah. There's this one FB channel that does a whole episode of the Cosby Show. Yeah. It's crazy. It's too bad about Bill Cosby, but he still had a really good show. Anyways, thank you so much for liking the live. We're just jibber jabbering now. I have 130 people. I used to watch that on Nick at Night. Oh, that's interesting. It was on Nick at Night. Yeah, you know what? If you go to the FB, there's this one channel that just does all of the Cosby Show because they pulled it because of his lawsuits. So Nick and I don't think does it anymore. Yeah. I don't know if it's on the other video, but I know there's this one channel in on Facebook. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you so much for liking the live. How late are you staying up, Jess? Thank you, Yellow Heart. Thank you, I Heart Yellow Cake. Hello, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Gonna turn in soon? Yeah, me too. I would like to. Yeah, but it's just one of those things like this nostalgia, Just thinking about all these movies and stuff. All right, let's get to 50K. Oh my God, we're already at 50K. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you. For those of you that are interested and you want to be a part of my community, you can go ahead and check in over at the Orange Heart Me. It will give you engagement points and it ranks you up as a user and of TikTok. And thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much and listening to me talk about old movies. I got to figure out the next thing. We can talk about, I don't know. So what did we do? We did comedians one day. We did ice cream the other day. And now we're doing old movies. Funny, I heart yellow cake. You're so funny. You can listen to Abacus and food and movies and shows. Yeah. I have a wide range of interests. So that's one of the things. Like I really like watching movies. I really do enjoy my movies. You still need to try your ice cream suggestion. David, you're still here. Video games? Excited to play Grounded 2. I don't play video games as much. I couldn't get into it. I used to play, I think it was Duke Nukem. Back in the day, I think I did Duke Nukem 2 or something. And then I used to play Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I remember that, and and I would play. Yeah, those were the only two that I would play. I love that game. What, Duke Nukem or Mortal Kombat? The first version of Mortal Kombat. Oh, Duke Nukem, yeah. I really liked it when they made the movie. I thought that was really good. A math teacher playing Mortal Kombat. Ooh, back in the day. Back in the day. But back in the day, I did a lot of other things too. Like I used to play paintball. I don't know if anybody plays paintball anymore. I don't even know if there's a few fields around, but whew, it's too hot to play paintball. Yeah. I like playing my my family wants to play airsoft, and I don't know about that. I think there's still some around here in CT, I think. Yeah, I think so. But it's so expensive. I heard airsoft is cheaper. So I might try airsoft, but it all depends. I don't know. I don't know about it anymore. Maybe I'll do airsoft. Yeah, I would go play paintball with my brother. Yep. So now you know a little bit more about me. But yeah, back in the day, oh my gosh, that was like 30 years ago I played paintball. Yeah. And obviously it was funny, like I was the only woman playing paintball. Airsoft is fun, but it's a bit more competitive than paintballing, I think. Really? You think so? Airsoft's not cheap. No, no, no. Paintball is not cheap. Paintballing, because a case of like 500 would be $100, and paint's expensive. And so airsoft is fun, but I think, I don't know, paintballing went starting to go into speedball, which is really different. It used to be tactical, but then they started going to like they got like all glitzy with all the uniforms and stuff. This last problem, okay, Yuri. This one right here, I agree. Airsoft is more competitive. Really, people are really passionate of getting a lot of the nice pew pews. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Okay, Yuri. So we do 4 on the abacus, right? We have 4 on the abacus, and when we're looking at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, we want to add 8. To add the 8, what do we do? We want to round our 8 to 10. When we want to round 8 to 10, what do we do? We have to take away 2. No, I'm sorry. We have to add 2 to the 8. Excuse me. To add 2 to the 8, we have to get 2 from somewhere. The 2 has to come from the 4. So we deal with what we have. So we have 8 on the abacus. We got to get 2 from somewhere. We got to get it from the 4. So you minus the 2 from the 4 and you add it to the 8. So my final answer, I have now made a 10. So my final answer is 12. So I carry over and I add the 12. I think I don't like paintball anymore because all it is about a spray and kill. Can you explain the last problem? Okay. Okay, Jess. I'll see you tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you so much for liking my live. It's always so fun. It's nice to be able to see the likes just because I feel like I'm getting appreciated. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate the fact that you guys are tapping it out to try to help me get out to the FYP to get other people to learn math. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. Thank you so much for all your help. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. And it's always nice to have like the conversations, right? Paintball, airsoft, and movies. And video games. Of course. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, I don't know about the airsoft and competitive, but I guess so. It's been so long since I played any of them. Actually, I never played airsoft. So, thank you, Sarah, for the follow. I actually never played airsoft, so I can't say neither here or there. I just know about paintball for a while. But the time has changed in paintball. I know that for sure. All right. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody. And I will see you all in my next live.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
And we're going to play a little song as we leave today. Thank you, everybody. Hello, RTX. I'm just about to head out. Thank you so much for dropping by. I hope to see you in my next live. Hello, hello, hello. See you later. Minnesota Kings just joined? That's so crazy. I just saw your views of that one person doing the what is it? All Stars. I don't know if that's the same one, but anyways. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will see you all in my next live. Have a good night, RTX. Thank you so much for dropping by. I'll see you in my next live, yeah? Bye. Bye, RTX.